Hello and welcome back to another episode here on the OmathaCraft Season 4 server. The Christmas hat is on and that must mean one thing, we are in the month of December. But today we're not actually, I forgot when I zoom in, that doesn't actually zoom in on my face unless I go like that. That's better, there we go. But in today's episode we're not actually going to be able to go and do some Christmassy things. We're going to wait till a little bit later in December when I've got a little bit more time. But in today's episode we have some work to do. We have some big work to do. Now, a couple of days ago, before I'm recording this video, we had a whole group meeting where we were talking about all kinds of different things for the new year and the plans for this season, all kinds of things we have rumbling away in the background. And the first thing I want to do is actually prepare the groundwork for one of the biggest projects, well, the biggest project we've ever attempted on the OmathaCraft season, any OmathaCraft season server. Now over here, this is going to be the resources gathering area. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're just going to be preparing the groundworks for what we're going to be building. Now we are going to be building our nether hub. Now the reason this nether hub is going to be so big is due to the fact we have a very big island. Because we have a very big island, this means that all of the portals are close enough together, meaning we don't want tunnels going to them, but they're far enough apart, making it a very wide area. So it means we have come to the decision that we are going to be making one massive nether hub. I believe I've got the some of the coordinates and the sort of the sizes next to me, and here we go. So I'm just going to read it outside of these. So it's 430 blocks long and 350 blocks wide. That means it has an area of 150,500 blocks. That's a lot. That's seriously quite a lot. And in today's episode, we're going to make the preparations and the groundwork for what we're going to be doing before we show off the design. But in here, I mean, just take a look at this. All of these chests, double chests, have to be filled up with sand. And so do those four there. And so do all of these chests here. It's just bonkers how much sand is required for this. I mean, just look at this. We have 48 double chests worth of sand required. We have, I believe, 4 double chests of gravel. We have 6 double chests of black dye and 2 double chests of fuel, and we'll probably end up needing more fuel, but I mean, just that is a crazy amount of resources. And in today's episode, I kind of want to just sort of lay out and give the idea in your head of what this is going to look like. What is this plan for the nether hub, and what can you expect the whole group to be working on? Now obviously this is a whole group project. Myself and Pyro have come up with the actual design for this build, and we're going to be meeting up with the group again just to go over the final sort of finer details. But as you know, the nether hub is big, as I seem to show off every single episode. But in today's episode, like I've said, I want to work on this build to get a resource gathering station up, because what I'd like to do is get all the resources done and dusted. Once we've got all the resources gathered and sorted, that's when we can go forward and start building this project. Meanwhile, there's still a lot of digging to do. Let's head over into the nether and I'll show you what this is going to be like. So firstly, some groundwork will have to be done. As you know, we have been doing loads and loads of digging in the hub, and we've cleared out a fair bit of space, but it is nowhere near how much we want to clear out. Now if we take a look over here, I'm just gonna push those zombie pigmen down there because they're right in the way. Right, there we go. So I've cleared those zombie pigmen out of the way. So the first job is going to be removing all the netherrack and exposing all of the bedrock ceiling. That's a big job in itself, because I mean that is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe or more layers of netherrack. And if you just think about the quantity of this is going to be millions of netherrack blocks that need to get broken, which I think it just makes that all the cooler, to be honest. I think that just makes it even better. Anyways, let's head back to it. And we will also need to dig down roughly 7 more blocks from the floor level. So the floor level will stay at the level we have currently dug at, because we don't want to neglect all the digging we've already done. So you know what, let's just keep it at the level we are at. So here is the design of what we are going to be building in the nether. This looks pretty cool, I have to say. So the idea is we wanted a way to define the portals. How do we know which portal's which? We don't want to use signs. We want to be able to tell from a long, far distance away what portal is what. Now what we've decided to do is we are going to have a sphere underneath each portal. Now this sphere will be made out of like the block palette or whatever blocks are being used in that area. So for example, this might be an idea of what the Christmas District portal might look like. So underneath it would have this sort of snow globe, and each different portal would have a different type of sphere, with the portal on top, meaning you would know exactly what portal is what. Now on the walls we decided we'd go for black concrete, as that really brings your focus in on the nether, and down below we think we're going to do lava unless we come up with something different. So we're kind of messing around with ideas, not too sure what we're going to do with the floor, and we have this black glass floor down here. So as you can see, that is why a lot of sand is required, because I mean, just look at the quantity of black glass we are going to need and concrete we are going to need. It is absolutely bonkers. Okay, so we have a building set up. I've literally just this second finished it, and I thought I'd just quickly show you. Of course, this is a very basic building. Eventually, this will probably get torn down. It's a temporary building, but it's just basically a big storage system. There's no redstone to it, but it's basic. All we need is a bunch of chests, which obviously we have all sorted out, and I've basically just, me and Barry have just offloaded any sand we have offers, and that is the first bit of sand that's been done. But we have decided what we do to make this a bit more motivating to go out there and start harvesting sand. We thought we'd set up a bit of a competition, and that's the wrong button. I want to press this one. As you can see, JLR is out there already mining the sand. He's almost coming up to 2,000 sand mined. So hopefully we are going to be able to smash through getting this project done, and once that's done, we'll be able to hit hard on in the nether, digging, and then it obviously will be making use of concrete converters. I believe Pi is going to be setting up an ink farm. He might already have one, I'm not sure, to cover the ink sacks and things like that. Then I am, in a minute, I'm going to go out and try and gather all of the gravel that's needed. We only need to fill 8 shulkers. I know there is a gravel mining area off in that way somewhere, not too far away. So that is the plan. That is what I'm going to go and do now. So yeah, let's start cracking down on this project. Hello and welcome to today's time-lapse chat. In today's time-lapse chat, I'd like to talk to you a bit about the month of December. As you know, we are in the festive Christmassy season. It is the month of December, and that means that some of the videos over the next month will change up. There's going to be more content coming out and quite a few surprises coming your way. So firstly, I'd like to mention next Tuesday is going to be theoretically the release of the 1.15 update, the Buzzy Bees update. And as usual, I'll be releasing the 1.15 update coverage video. So that is all in the pipeline and should be coming out the moment 1.15 releases. And I'd also like to mention, over the next few weeks of this month, I will be changing up the schedule quite a bit. So the next OmathaCraft episode you'll be seeing will probably be a lot later in the month, probably around the 17th of December. Now the reason for that is we have some other videos coming out which are very, very exciting, and you definitely should keep your eyes open on the channel, as there's going to be some hints, teasers and trailers coming out very soon. So keep your eyes peeled, and hopefully you enjoy the Christmas season. Of course, as usual, we will have Rover's recap returning at the end of the year, and all kinds of other bits and pieces. So make sure you're tuned in for this month, make sure you're subscribed, all that kind of business. Anyways, let's head back onto the server. And just like that, that is all the gravel done. We have just done 4 double chests worth of gravel. Now, while I was doing that, Mr. Barry Jackson and Mr. JLR were both doing some work over in the mining desert. You can have a guess what they are doing, and if we put that up on the sidebar, look at that. That is all. That's like, we've had this going probably for about 2 hours. Look, Barry's just turned up now. About 2 hours worth of the project, and we're almost, well, we're probably at about 14,000 sand already collected. Isn't that just bonkers? Okay, so some sand mining has been done, and okay, wow. So the last time I was on was 24 hours ago, and it seems, look at that, people have really been busy. I think Barry has taken the lead. He has about 23,000 sand mined, which is a bonkers amount, and I believe Cree is close behind with roughly 20,000. The race is really on. I mean, I've only got that small sort of 9,000. I've spent just about half an hour doing a little bit of gathering myself. But yeah, let's offload all of this, and now we're going to head over to the Christmas district, because there's a couple of things I'd like to show you. Here we are over at the Christmas district, and as you can see, some work is being done over here. Myself and a few others spent some time snowifying this area of the island. So for a bit of perspective, we are on the west Yes, we're on the west side of the island. I had to think for a moment there, and this is where the Christmas district is going to be going. Now, as you can see, things are getting snowed. Everywhere we are covering in these snow blocks. And I didn't have silk touch on that shovel, so I've just broken that. But luckily, I got them all back, so we can put them back just like that. But as we can see here, I have made a snow farm. Now, in this snow farm, it's broken at the moment because Barry broke it. He still hasn't come around and fixed it just yet. But we'll be able to harvest snow golems, their snow layers, which will convert into snowballs, which we can then craft into the regular snow blocks. And we have been busy, as you can see, a big area of snow blocks has been covered all over this island, which I think is looking very cool. So in the next few episodes, we'll be coming back over here and doing some work. I've got a couple of ideas with this ravine I'd like to do some work with. So over here we have an exposed ravine, which I'm quite keen on doing some work with. Now in here, I quite like to have this sort of snowy glacier crack in the earth with ice, snow, maybe put a polar bear down there and some things like that. I think that would look really cool. And so we've got that reserved for the moment. So that is something I'd like to work on in an upcoming episode. But unfortunately, that is all the time I have for today's episode. So if you have enjoyed, please leave a like. It really does help out the channel a lot. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.